Hi there, this is Donna Kozik, and I am the proud editor of the newest edition of Rising Stars. It's a Kindle sampler, and I'm speaking to one of our stars today, Moira Shepard. Moira, thank you so much for joining me. Really glad to have you here. And why don't we just start off with you telling us a little bit about yourself?
I specialize in helping women to develop confidence. Everybody needs more confidence. Everybody struggles with self-doubt. It's part of the human condition, but women have unique challenges around developing confidence, and I'm here to support them in getting through because so many studies have shown that confidence is the #1 factor in success.
Absolutely. Well, all right, that's good. And I know that a little later you're going to have a tip for us about how we can get some confidence or feeling confident right away. I'd like to start off with a few questions for you to give you, everybody who's watching, this little peek of what's in our Rising Stars book. And this is a little introduction to our Rising Star, Moira Shepard. And the first question I had for you was, how did you get started helping women develop confidence?
Well, it really began with my wanting to help women to have a more abundant life. I wanted a more abundant life myself. I wanted to support other women in having a more abundant life. But as I kept working with people one-on-one and teaching classes, I found that if you don't have confidence, you'll never have abundance. And even if abundance should happen despite your best efforts, a way will be found for the abundance to vanish out of your life again because of the feelings of unworthiness and self-doubt and not enoughness that are at the bottom of struggles with confidence. So I started looking at, okay, abundance is a lovely, abstract, far off goal. Yes, I'd love abundance someday, but confidence is something we can use here and now that will take us to where we want to go. I really feel like confidence serves as the wind beneath your wings.
Oh, I love that, the wind beneath your wings. It also serves you in a number of different capacities, not only in achieving abundance or prosperity, but relationships, career. Confidence definitely plays a role in all of them. And then I had a follow-up question, and that is, what is the most important idea or insight that you had along the way of developing your message of confidence?
I think the biggest insight I've had is that the best thing to do is to stop waiting until you feel 100% confident before taking action toward your goal or to finish your project, starting your project, anything like that. Because if you wait until you're 100% confident, you're probably in for a very, very long wait. What works better instead is to look at what you want to achieve, get clear about it, and figure out, one step you can take or one project you can take on that will bring you closer to your goal. If you're 51% confident that you can pull off that project, you're good to go. Go ahead and start. You'll learn more along the way, you'll develop momentum, and you'll develop more confidence as you go along because confidence comes after you take action rather than before.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. And I like this idea too, that you don't have to be 100% confident, but just 51% and you are good to go and full speed ahead to what it is that you want to achieve. And then my next question was something a little bit of a larger scale, and that is, what change are you looking to make in the world?
The vision that really resonates with me is to do my part to create a world that works for everyone. And my contribution toward that is to show people how to treat themselves with compassion and respect. It makes it easier to treat others with compassion and respect if you're able to extend that to yourself. And as you teach yourself compassion and respect, other people treat you with more compassion and respect. To me, that's a great step in the direction of creating a world that works for everyone.
For sure, compassion and respect for yourself, and then that will radiate out to others. Again, my name is Donna Kozik, and I'm here interviewing Moira Shepard. She is in the Rising Stars, our first Kindle sampler that is available on Amazon right now. And my next question for you, Moira, is what is the best part of your day?
I love the mornings. And I've gotten in the habit the night before of setting out all of my breakfast things, the dishes, the cookware, the dry things that go into the making of the breakfast. And so when I get up in the morning and still feeling a little kind of in dreamland, I don't have to think about what to have for breakfast. It's right there. And I feel so loved and cared for that somebody had the forethought to make things easy for me in the morning. So I start making the breakfast. I tune into an old-time radio show like Fibber McGee or Philip Marlowe and let that just carry my imagination away while I enjoy the breakfast. After that, a shower and a walk, and I'm ready to sit down and start the day with a lot of zest and a lot of gratitude that I get to do what I do.
Yeah, I love that. Taking care of yourself and kind of having a visual idea of showing that love in action. And then I agree with you. Mornings are the best part of the day to get centered and then to onward, right, into what you want to achieve for the day. And my last question here in the five starter questions I have for you is, have you ever witnessed something miraculous?
I have witnessed so many miracles, but the one I'd like to tell you about right now happened on a day that I will always remember, Valentine's Day, 1994. I was sitting there in the intensive care unit at UCLA Hospital, feeling awfully sorry for myself because the man I loved was still in a coma after being in a motorcycle injury 2 weeks beforehand. Nobody was sure whether he was going to live or die. The coma was just lasting and lasting. Nobody was sure what to do. So I was feeling pretty bad for him and pretty bad for me. And as I was looking at him, something suddenly inspired me to start feeling very grateful. Like, this is a terrific Valentine's Day. My love is still breathing. My sweetheart is still with me on this day. And that made me feel so happy and grateful. I bent over to kiss him. And as I kissed him, I suddenly got the sense that there was this golden ball of light forming in my chest. And somehow it slid over into his chest. And the light kind of washed over his face. And it had looked as blank as a boiled egg before that. And then the light washed over it, and suddenly he was there, back in his face again, back in his body. And he opened his eyes and said, "Where am I?" The doctors came rushing in. They ran some tests, and they left us alone to talk. We chatted about all kinds of things for about 2 hours. And then he went back to sleep again, resumed his coma again. But he woke up again 9 days later, and I'm happy to say went on to a full recovery.
Oh man, that is a miracle. Amazing. And interesting that it started for you in the moment of you're kind of going down the path as anybody would, of feeling sorry for yourself. And then it's like, okay, let's turn this train around and start thinking about some gratitude. And then just this miraculous occurrence that happens. So, wow, that is an amazing story. And next, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love for you to read a little bit of your chapter that's in the Rising Stars book.
Thank you. I'd be glad to. This is a part of the chapter that goes, I have worked with women.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Before you do, let me say that what the title of the chapter is. We have Moira reading from, I went a little bit too far here. It is The First Key to Confidence, Master Your Mind. First key to confidence, master your mind. All right, go ahead, Moira.
Yes. Much of this chapter is about mastering your mind in terms of money. That's an important part of success, and it's an essential ingredient in life. So here are some of my thoughts about money and how to master your mind around that. I've worked with women at all income levels who have a profound sense of bitterness or helplessness when it comes to money. They hate having to think about it. They wish they could avoid dealing with money altogether. Some women who make a lower income wish they could win the lottery. To me, that reflects their belief that it's impossible for them to generate a large income on their own. They need a big windfall in order to have a significant amount of money. Some who are more well off feel sad and isolated because despite their wealth, they still have problems. They're still unhappy. Where can rich people turn when money hasn't provided the happiness or solutions that it seemed to promise them? Every day, headlines scream the news about rich, unhappy people headed for rehab, the divorce court, jail, or worse. Let me put it this way. If you want to build a successful and soul-satisfying business, it's essential to make peace with money. Otherwise, your business will end up as a hobby that eats cash rather than makes it. The first step is to realize that money carries a neutral energy. It is neither good nor bad in and of itself. It just is, like water and air. Money can never make you a good person or a bad person. It simply makes you more of who you are. It gives your creativity more room to play, which can only enrich your business while satisfying your soul.
Wow, that is fabulous and so true as well. And just again, tying in those ideas of confidence and money and abundance and getting people started. I know that there is a lot of interest in this subject. And again, you can find the rest of Moira's chapter in our Rising Stars book that is on Amazon. And finally, Moira, could you teach us a little something about developing confidence and how we could do that even during our day or right now?
Absolutely. I would love to do that. This is something based in neuroscience. I know just enough about it to be dangerous. So this is something that's fast and easy and has been effective with everybody who's tried it. So it's called tapping your thymus. Your thymus is a gland, part of your endocrine system that's right between your breasts, along your breastbone. So what you do is you just tap along your breastbone until you find a place where suddenly you go, ah, or the back of your brain suddenly starts to relax and you just feel, ah, yes, exactly. When you tap on your thymus, it strengthens your immune system, but it also makes you feel safe. It is much easier to feel confident when you feel safe. So tapping your thymus is a practice that I recommend when you're feeling a little shaky about something in terms of confidence, like when the plane is about to take off or land, or when you're about to give a talk or give an interview with somebody. Tap your thymus and you will be able to calm down and deliver in a way that makes you feel and look wonderful and bring what you want to bring to whoever you're sharing with.
I love it. I love that little tip. I'm definitely going to remember that next time I'm feeling a little bit unsure of myself in this world. Moira, thank you so much for sharing some of you during this interview. Again, Moira Shepard is in our Rising Star book that is available on Amazon. And you can look for Rising Stars, a Kindle sampler. Moira Shepard's name is on there, and so am I as the editor. My name is Donna Kozik, and again, I appreciate you. Moira appreciates you, and go out there and have more confidence in yourself.